Have you ever been to Vegas before, dreaming about going one day, or on YouTube right now looking at what hotels you should stay at while going down a dark, depressing rabbit hole of penthouse suites and villas with private pools and professional chefs and jacuzzis that fit an odd number of people in it? Well, in this video, I go over 3 different ways I booked 3 different rooms at 3 different hotel properties on the Las Vegas Strip for free. On a trip I went out for at the start of April, and hot tip, the third way is absolutely accessible to anyone. Okay, so the first hotel room I booked was at the Cosmopolitan, and if you don't know the Cosmopolitan, it's definitely a higher end hotel. It's very chic and popular amongst people who want to get dressed up. They got a bunch of different cocktail bars hidden throughout the property, a really great buffet, and celebrity chef restaurants like Mamafuku. Okay, so this one actually took a couple of years in the making. So a previous trip out to Vegas, I signed up to their rewards program, which I do believe at some point this year is going to switch over to M Life, which is MGM's reward program since they purchased the property last year. And then from there, what we did is we took $200 and we gambled on some machines in the property with our cards in the machine. We did of course have some free drinks while sitting on the machines, and we were going to be gambling that money either way and most likely in that property since we enjoy that property. Now basically what they're going to look at is your coin in that you gamble in a certain period of time. So for us, we put $200 in, and with the wins that we were taking and probably gambling, it probably looked more like $500 or $600, and that was over a span of probably 2 hours. So to them, what they're seeing is that we spend about $500-$600 over 2 hours. That's $250 an hour. And then when we finished up, we left and we never used the card again in that property. We had been back there since, and we had definitely gambled in that property since, but I never put that card back in the machine, because if I had and I gambled less, then it probably would have brought my average down. And from that play alone, they offered me up to 2 free comp nights during the weekdays, not weekends, but during the weekdays. And I never accepted and used it until we went on this previous trip. So ideally you want to be calculated with this. You want to spend as much money in one casino as you can. If you are jumping from casino to casino, you do want to get the membership cards and make sure you use them, but you don't want to be spreading your money out between too many casinos. You want to choose a casino you want to get a free offer, and you want to focus a lot of your gambling in that place. Yes, technically this isn't free, but we were in Vegas anyway, and we were going to be gambling that money anyway, and most likely on that property anyway. So at least being very calculated with it, only using the card one time, never going back to that property until we're ready to receive the free room. To me, it's a very viable way of doing it. We obviously did have to pay the resort fee. That was just over $50. The second room we booked was at TI, which is Treasure Island. Now this was actually a suite. It wasn't just a basic room. It did have 2 bathrooms. It had one of those awkward jacuzzis. It had a steam shower, a king size bed, actual couches that would fit about 5 people, and a bar top area where you could sit and eat and chill. So for this one, I actually used the points that I accumulated from my credit card. I used the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and this allowed me to accumulate enough points to redeem for a hotel room for 2 nights. Again, I did have to pay the resort fee, but you know, you're gonna have to do that. I think you can decline it, but it's an awkward conversation you may have to have. So this, ideally, if you have a travel credit card, it's fantastic. Just pay your normal bills and your regular expenses on it and make sure it's paid off every month, and just accumulate those points over time. And then when it does come time that you're traveling somewhere like Vegas, you have those points and you can use it. And with the Chase Sapphire Reserve, they actually redeem it at 1.5 times the points if you're using it on travel. So say you had $500 worth, it would actually be worth $750 in travel expenses. And the third room we booked was actually at the Bellagio. Now this was the same night we booked the Cosmopolitan. That was for some family members, and the Bellagio is where we stayed. Now this is actually the second time I've ever stayed at Bellagio. And I'm not gonna lie, the last time we stayed there, it was an exceptional experience because we happened to go during COVID for a friend's wedding, and at that time we were able to get a penthouse suite for 3 nights for $750 for the total time. Now if you try to book that exact same suite, it's over $1,000 to $1,200 per night. In this case, we did actually get an accessible room. It's all they had available. It was nice and big, and I think they're newly renovated, so it's pretty clean and fresh in there. So anyway, with this room, I used an app called My Vegas. Now this is an app that anybody can download. It's actually connected to MGM's reward system. They do have 5 different apps you can download with games that you can play to earn loyalty points, from blackjack to basically slots. And then you do have to connect it to your Facebook and have an M Life reward membership, but you can just sign up to that online, and you just have to connect everything together. Then you start playing the games. don't have to spend any money whatsoever. You just go put your time into it and earn loyalty points. And the great thing about those loyalty points is they can be redeemed for discount rooms, free rooms, buy one get one free offers with restaurants or buffets. You can even get buy one get one free with Cirque du Soleil shows. And it's not just in Vegas. Other properties they have around USA, there's actually cruise ships that are partnered with them, so you can get free cruises. And it all works. I've used it multiple times. So in this case, we did book the room at Bellagio absolutely free using those points. I did have to pay the resort fee, obviously, which was also just over $50 for the night. So in total, the 3 rooms for a total of 4 nights cost me just over $200. And honestly, if you're breaking it down and booking those rooms on something like Expedia, you'll probably be paying about $900 to $1,000 for the total. And if you are going to Vegas, I hope you found this useful. Let me know in the comments if you are going and if any of these systems are something that you use or something you're looking at using. If you have any questions, hit me down below. I will answer back if I can. Hit the like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And well, I hope you have a good time and don't lose too much money.